All right, we've got our next senior on here, Tommy Cartagena Garcia. Did I finally pronounce that right?
Yeah, kind
Good.
of.
It only took me 3 years to get your pronunciation right. I used to say Cartagena and sound
Yeah.
like a super white guy, but now I got Cartagena Garcia. So we got Tommy let's see, you were number 15 the first 2 years, but you were gonna be number 21 this year. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Why did you want to be 21?
Because I played my summer league with number 21, and I decided to change it because Roberto Clemente, he was 21 too.
Got it. Yeah, he was really really good. He's kind of a cool story too. So, all right, Tommy. Well, give me some of your family background. So, parents, siblings. Kind of give me the rundown on your family.
Well, my dad, his name is Charlie. He's in Puerto Rico right now, and I'm living right now with my mom, Elizabeth. I have I have three brothers and one sister. Two from my dad's side and two from my mom's side.
Nice.
So right now I'm living with my brother and my sister. My other two brothers are in Puerto Rico with my dad.
Awesome. How old are your siblings? How old's your brother that you live with and your sister?
My older brother from my mom, he's 26.
Okay.
My sister is 23.
Okay.
And my brother from my dad's side, he's 21. And my other brother, he's 19 and I'm 17.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Well, Tommy, let's kind of move on to the next question here. So, sadly, our baseball season we didn't even get one, but got cut short. So, what are your plans now moving forward after high school? I mean, I know, but let's hear a little bit about what Tommy wants to do now that you're about to
Okay.
graduate.
Well, I'm trying to play in college baseball, and I'm trying to study some nursing stuff too after high school.
Nice. And so, with nursing, do you want to do nursing here in the United States? Do you want to go back to Puerto Rico? What do you want to do with the nursing degree?
Just study here, stay
Nice.
here the whole time.
You
Yeah.
are you enjoying it here?
Yeah.
Good, and I know we've loved having you too. For those of you that don't know, Tommy's got a really cool story about moving here from Puerto Rico. His sophomore year of high school, got featured in the Elkhart Truth. They did a really cool article about you there. So everyone go check that out. But Tommy, you don't have to tell the whole story again because you already did it with the Elkhart Truth. But give us a little, for anyone watching this, just a little background of how you came here and what your feelings and like how was it nerve-wracking? Like were you nervous or kind of tell us a little bit about coming here from Puerto Rico, knowing zero English.
Yeah. Well, I came from Puerto Rico because I wanted to play sports here, United States, because here they support more the sports than in Puerto Rico. When I first came here, it was really sad and I don't know, scary too, because I didn't know English and it was hard for me the first, let's say, like 3 months because I made the team, the baseball and the basketball team,
Yep.
without knowing English, and it was hard for me because I didn't know the plays, and every time it was scary.
I'll
Yeah,
never forget, Tommy. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I never forget your first baseball practice you came to. Um, we were over at the warehouse, and we were watching you throw, and you had an arm like I've never seen before. And we kind of the coaches kind of looked at each other, and we were like, oh my gosh, this guy, he's unbelievable. He's got a great arm. And we knew you needed some work as a catcher and stuff, but we just couldn't get over how good your arm was. And it's still to this day, watching you this fall, you caught one in center field and threw it home and you threw it off your back foot. And it was just a laser and watching you throw from catcher. So, I know moving here was probably nerve-wracking for you and you were nervous about not knowing English or everything, but man, you were such a fun athlete to watch that I think you overcame a lot, even without knowing much English. And you've gotten so much better with English. I think it's really cool to watch you do that. So Tommy, you played basketball too. Tell us a little bit about what you liked about basketball, because really you were a pretty good basketball player this year too, and you were a heck of a baseball player. So what do you like about basketball? What do you like about baseball? Kind of, I think baseball you've told me is your favorite sport, but what do you like about each sport?
I think I like the basketball team this year because of my teammates. I think that was the best part of my entire basketball career this year. My last year, for me, it was the best.
Yeah.
And my baseball, I think my teammates too, because
Yeah.
um in basketball, I was the only like Hispanic in the team
Yep. Yep.
in varsity, but in baseball, we are like seven guys that
Right.
speak Spanish, and it was kind of fun too.
Yeah. And Jackson was telling me about his one of his favorite things. We're going to get to your favorite memory later, but he said one of his favorite memories from high school was being able to play in that dodgeball team with all the baseball players, all the Hispanic baseball players.
Yeah,
He thought that was really cool. So yeah, I know with basketball you were the only Spanish speaking one on the team. With baseball, it was kind of nice. You guys could kind of speak Spanish with each other, and it probably helped you out a little bit, gave you a little bit more comfort
yeah,
doing that. But yeah, it was fun to watch you play, and you get along. You said your teammates for both of them. It's because you get along with everybody.
yeah.
I don't think you have any enemies. I think everyone likes Tommy a lot. So that's not surprising that both those were your teammates. Um, this one may be tough, and you can use some Spanish words if you want here, Tommy.
Uh,
But if I told you to describe yourself in 3 words, kind of how would you do that? What would be 3 words to describe Tommy?
and I think the first one will be funny.
I can agree with
Um,
that. You crack me up.
um, mm, I don't really know. Do you have like two other
Yeah. Okay.
words for
Here's
me?
what I was thinking for you. This isn't really it sounds bad at first, but it's also is you're a freak, not because you're like
Oh
weird, but just
yeah.
because you're so stinking athletic. You're just so fast. You got such a good arm. You can shoot a basketball. You can throw a baseball. So I'd call you a freak because you work hard, but you have so much of that just as a gift too. You're so dang strong. So I'd say freak is another one, but that's in a good way. And then I would say energetic and passionate. I may be passionate.
Oh yeah, for
Do you know
sure.
what passionate? I mean, do you know what
Yeah,
that? Yeah, yeah, passionate because watching you on a baseball field at least, and watching you play basketball too, but baseball especially, you just want to win. You don't care where you
yeah,
play, what you bat, or how many times you get a hit, or how many times you don't get it. You just want to win, and you just want to play. So I'd say passionate is another one for you too. But shoot,
yeah.
we could go all over the place with how we could describe Tommy. All right, let's go on to some of your favorites, Tommy. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, arroz con chuleta.
You got to explain it to me. The
That's
white guy here doesn't know.
that's like white rice
Okay,
and meat.
is that a Puerto Rican
Yeah,
food? Nice. How do you say it again?
arroz con chuleta.
All right, arroz. I've heard a little bit, but I can't pronounce it. Is that rice?
Yeah,
Okay, because yeah, I've had arroz con pollo. That's chicken and rice. I've had
yeah.
that. So, but my Spanish probably doesn't sound quite as good. But nice. So say it one more time so I can remember it.
Arroz con chuleta.
Okay, there you go. So there's Tommy's favorite food. I'm gonna have to try it sometime. I've never had it. Um,
Okay,
all right. What about your favorite athlete? You play basketball and baseball. It doesn't have to be one of
yeah.
those. If it's a
My
soccer or something,
favorite
who's your favorite athlete?
player, my favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant, and for baseball, Javier Baez and Yadi Molina.
Nice. So why do you like? And you don't have to tell me about all of them, but why do you like those guys?
I really like Kobe Bryant because my brother have been always the biggest fan in the family from Kobe,
Uh-huh.
and I started like looking at his video, watching his video and everything, and I started liking him. And about Jari because his arm, and he plays catcher, and I'm a catcher too,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it's really nice. And Javi Bai because I think he's the best infield player in the MLB.
Yep. I'd second all that. Yeah. And honestly, there's not many. I don't think there's many catchers in the area that that have a better arm than you. So yeah, you can relate to Yachty pretty well because I would have put your arm up against anybody's in the area. You got one of the best arms I've ever seen as a high school catcher, and I'm not just saying that because that's just the truth. So good. I get why you said those guys. What about this? This may be different because you maybe haven't seen a lot of American movies, but Do you have a favorite sports movie?
I think 42.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best movie for me.
The Jackie Robinson story.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they need to make they should make one for Roberto Clemente. I don't know if there's a
yeah,
movie about him or not, but
really.
because you said he's your favorite, I think he's got a great story too. Um,
Yeah.
kind of similar to Jackie Robinson in some ways too. So yeah, that's an awesome movie. I really like 42.
Hmm.
Awesome. What about, and you can go back, this can go back to Puerto Rico. This can be something that happened to Goshen, but what's your favorite, if I asked you your favorite baseball memory, playing baseball, what would
I
you tell
think
me it
my
is?
I think my best memory in baseball it was when I represent Puerto Rico in Miami, Florida for I think 3 tournaments. I think that was my best memory about baseball.
And you got to play in Miami, which is
Yeah, I
awesome.
think I was 12 years old or 13 years old.
Awesome. That's fun.
Yeah,
Were you catching, playing catcher too?
yeah. I was
Awesome.
catching and playing outfield.
Love it. Sounds like Tommy. Um, what about just favorite? I mean, you came here as a sophomore, and you probably had a lot of maybe some scary things at first. But what's your favorite high school memory? Something cool that happened in high school that's outside of sports.
I think it was the team dinners in basketball. They were the best, the funniest thing ever.
Just hanging out with the guys and that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
the guys and eating.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, you don't get embarrassed very easily. At least I don't think you do. But do you have something embarrassing that happened to you during high school?
yeah.
What's that?
I had two presentations for two different classes in English, and I started presenting. My first period, I started presenting my other presentation from the other class.
Oh
That was
no.
so embarrassing.
That's awesome. That's so,
Yeah,
but see, the thing is though, I always am so impressed when I have Spanish speaking students that come up and present in English. And I'm like, most people can't present in English if that's their first language, but you come up and speak it in your second language. So any
yeah.
presentation you pull off in English, I think super impressive. But hey, at least you remembered what you were going to
Thank
say. You just forgot which class it is. And that's all
you.
right. I love it. I think you told me about that earlier too.
But
That's
the
awesome.
thing is that I finished the presentation, and at the end, the teacher was like, "Are you sure that's in for our class?" And I was like, "Oh my God, no, I'm sorry."
That's awesome. Did you get to redo it, or did you have to redo it, or did she?
Yeah, I did.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I think you remember. I remember you telling me about that a while back too. All right. What about if there was one person that you look back in your life that you feel like had a big impact on you? Who do you think that one person would be, and tell us why?
I think my dad or my brother.
Okay. Why is
Yeah,
that?
because they have been over supporting me a lot, and I can see myself like my brother too because he been doing the same stuff as me, been playing a lot, and I learned a lot about him.
Yeah.
And, and yeah, I think my mom too because I was living with my dad and I came here with her.
Right.
She has been supporting me a lot too,
Yeah.
no matter what. And
She's been
I think
awesome
that's
too.
I think
Yeah.
that's the best.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got a good family support too, which is really
Yeah,
cool, Tommy. All right, what are you going to miss most about now? You are going to play college baseball one way or the other. We don't know where exactly yet. We've got a couple
yeah.
schools looking at you, but you're going to end up playing college baseball somewhere. But what are you going to miss about high school baseball, playing for Goshen?
I think the coach, you and my teammates, Skyler, Dominic, and Ezekiel. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna miss them the most.
Right. Just playing with, I know that's what I think that's going to
Yeah,
be every senior's answer is just playing with your friends, the guys that you've kind of grown up a little bit in high school with, just get to play with those guys. And they've got really close to me. Skylar actually told me a funny story. I don't know if it was on our interview or after. But Skylar told me at first, and I think he told you this, that he didn't like you right when you got to
yeah,
Goshen.
he
And he
did
said he didn't
it.
think he was going to like you. And I was like, how do you not like Tommy? We just talked about how you probably don't have any enemies. But watching you guys become such good friends over these last couple of years, I was really excited to see what you guys
Yeah,
are going to get to do this year. But the good news is you'll get to know your college teammates too. And shoot, you may
yeah.
actually go end up playing with
Hopefully, yeah.
Skylar too. But
Hopefully,
yeah, but you've got a bright future ahead too with your new teammates. But yeah, playing with those guys, I'm sure. I was really excited to watch you guys play together this year, and I was going to put my all Spanish speaking infield there again, and we were going to have fun watching you guys go at it. That was going to be great. But that's obviously negative that we lost our season. But what's been the best part about being no school to worry about, no sports to worry about? Has there been anything you've been able to do because of this whole thing?
Yeah, I think the best part was spending time with my mom because she always work
Yeah.
in the morning, like really, really like in the morning, and then she comes home late, and when she comes home, I'm in practice.
Uh-huh.
And when I come home, she's sleeping, and I had no like spend a lot of time with her. But now I think that's the best thing for me, spending
Yeah.
time with her.
That's awesome too. I know I keep trying to look at the bright side too, and that's how I feel too. I get to hang out with my kids. You get to hang out with your mom.
Yeah,
So there is some good things to this, even though there's plenty of negatives we could look at. But yeah, the fact that you've been able to hang out with your mom has probably been pretty cool. What about Tommy? What's some of your things you like to do outside of sports? Like, what do you do for fun other than play baseball or basketball?
dance. I really like dancing a lot.
I won't put you on the spot, but I have seen you dance before. You can dance with the best of them. So I get that. You're pretty impressive on the dance floor too. Because yeah, we had that pep rally, and you did the dancing at the pep rally, and you were
Yeah.
I would never. You couldn't pay me enough money to get in front of a group of people and dance, and you were like the first one up there getting after it, which was cool to watch. It's always a proud moment for a coach to watch his players do that kind of stuff. So, all right, we're going to wrap up with a little bit of advice, Tommy. What's something you like these younger guys, these juniors and sophomores and freshmen? If you could tell them one thing, what would you tell those guys about baseball or just life in general? What would you tell
Or to never quit, no matter how hard life or school gets. They can look at my story too. I didn't know English and I never gave up, and look where I am now.
them? Right. I know you're a perfect story on never giving up, and you had every reason to not be, not just kind of say, oh, I'm just going to go to school and whatever and just do my own
Yeah,
thing. But now you decide to step outside your comfort zone and do those things, which is really cool. So I'm going to say a little bit about you, and then I'm going to let you give some shout outs or, thank some people, and then we'll wrap up. But obviously my favorite thing about you, Tommy, that I'm going to miss is watching you do whatever you possibly could to win. I don't think everyone wants to win. Everyone's competitive. That's why we play sports. But watching you lay out for balls or throw all over the field, you'll throw down the third base line. You'll throw every guy out at second. You'll do whatever you can just to win. You get mad at yourself when you don't get hits and stuff, and you get a little frustrated. But it never bothered me, even though it bothered me about some guys. It never bothered me about you because you did it not because you were mad about your stats or I wanted to hit 300 this year or 400 this year. You wanted to do it just because you wanted to freaking win. And that was so much fun to watching you compete. And one story I'll never forget was it was your first year. You were a sophomore, and me and Coach Pickard were the JV coaches then, and you were catching, and we were at Plymouth, and it was the last inning, and I think we were up by like 1 run or something. It was close. There was a guy on third in the last inning, and you snapped through down to third base.
Oh yeah.
Where if you threw it away, we either would have lost or it would have been tied or something. I can't remember the exact. But why? And Coach Pickard and I kind of looked at each other and we were like, "Do you care that he did that?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't care either." We were just like, that was Tommy. We knew what we were going to get with you. I don't think you threw him out that time. You did it plenty of times, but we just knew, no, our guys need to be ready. And if they don't catch that, that's their fault because Tommy's going to be doing it. So those kinds of things were what we loved about watching you play. And man, it was going to be fun watching you throw guys out at the bases. And if we threw you in the outfield, watching you go run down fly balls or watching you go steal bases. And the good news is we'll get to watch you do that at the college level. So it's not over for you there.
Yeah.
No, we definitely appreciated having you work your tail off and just be so dang competitive. It was fun to watch you play. So I'll let you, Tommy, I'll let you finish. Is there any shout outs you want to give to anybody before we wrap up here?
Well, I want to thank my mom, my family, you. I want to thank you a lot because I think when you start coaching, it was your first year with us, right? Our sophomore year,
It was my second. No,
your
yeah, it was
second.
my second year. Was as the JV
Yeah,
coach. Yeah.
and it was really fun having you as a coach. And I want to thank Coach Wolford too. He helped me a lot in my basketball season, and Skyler too. I want to thank him a lot. I learned a lot about him, and it was really funny playing with him. And yeah, I learned a lot about him, and I think that's the best thing in the sport, like having a good relationship
Yeah.
with someone in your team.
Absolutely. So, yeah, no, that's the thing that everyone always remembers. You may remember some things that happened in the games, but you mostly just remember the friends you make along the way too, which is cool. So,
Yeah.
well, Tommy, thank you so much for everything. Thanks for getting on here. I know you stay
Yep.
pretty busy during all this, so thanks for getting on here.
Thank
And
you.
we'll definitely stay in touch, and we'll be looking forward to watching you play at the college level. So, thanks,
Oh,
Tommy,
yeah.
and hopefully
Thank
we'll
you.
talk to you soon.